Hey, everybody. That is Gary Smith.
Hello there.
That is Kaz Kenny.
Kapow!
And I am Eddie Bramble, and this is episode 62 of the Blackwater's Edge podcast. 62.
Gaining on me, man. Gaining on me.
So if we make it through the rest of the year, that puts us to how many?
I can't math that fast.
More than 100, I think.
I don't think so. I don't think
No?
there's 40 weeks left in the year. There's only
Kaz's year it is.
Yeah, dude,
there's only 52 weeks in the year, Kaz, and we're already halfway through the
What
year.
year are you living in is my question first, because I'm still trying to get out of 2020 and 2019. So update me where we really
What
are.
calendar are you using?
He's using that Mayan calendar. That's what the problem is. Everything's just a little bit off.
All right, so let's talk a little fishing today. What do you guys think? Talk about some
That's a
fishing.
good
or what?
start. Yep.
All right, well, before we start talking about fishing, I just want to do something. You know, I'm a grown man, and I believe in making my wrongs right. And I want to apologize to sending people to a spot where they trespassed on private ground. And I will make sure that we do not do that again. So I apologize to you guys up there. You know who I'm talking to. I took my post down, and I get it.
It's a mistake.
It was a mistake.
Yeah.
So,
It happens.
I want to talk about what we're catching,
Yep.
right? Okay, so here in Dorchester County, here's what we got going on right now. Blackwater National Wildlife Refuge, we're seeing some snakeheads, we're seeing some catfish, we're seeing some carp. Not seeing much in the way of perch, not seeing much in the way of
I'll
bass.
tell you what I've heard a lot of lately. A lot of big catfish being caught. A lot of big catfish.
Yeah,
Channel cats especially.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I had a couple guys messaging me this week saying, man, I got a 32-inch blue cat. And I'm like, no, look at the fins, count the spines. It's not a blue cat, it's a channel cat. So you got to remember here in Blackwater, you know, people are real quick to jump to the blue cats for blaming things, but that's just not so here in Blackwater, okay? The blue cats can't live in Blackwater for any prolonged period of time because there's just not no oxygen. There's just not enough current. There's just not enough low temperature to support that.
We'll get the one occasionally every now and then coming in and exploring the waters, but then he either gets out really quickly or he goes belly up quickly because there's just not enough oxygen.
Have we ever seen a 20-pounder? Yes, but it was floating dead.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen 2- and 3-pounders, you know, that like Rob Ballantyne and guys like that have caught. But I was talking to them the other day too, and they haven't seen anything big like that ever. And you know, they've been fishing here too. So let's talk about what we're catching. So over at New Bridge, Drawbridge, DeCourcy, Aries, Maple Dam, all the places that you can fish have lots of fish. And the guys that are floating minnows are doing really good. I call it the fry ball bomb. You know. Now.
You know what's funny? Did you see that picture? I can't remember what day it was posted. It might have been today actually. Guy went to DeCourcy Bridge and the whole bridge was empty. He said, "Man, I've hit the lottery."
I'm waiting for him to come back in and tell us how he did. So, you know what I mean? Might not have been anybody there for a reason.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So, but no, the bite's been tough on the snakeheads. You know, you got to remember, you know, they've been trying to get this spawn together for 2 months. You know, and I think that everything has finally come together. I've seen fry balls this week. I've seen fry balls last week. So, you know, if you're going to fish and you're targeting snakeheads and you're having a tough time, the fry ball bomb. Snakehead destroyer from the Bait Boyz, bobber, weighted bobber, lead, and that's what you got for that. So, as far as crappie go, I'm hearing a few crappie over at New Bridge, a few crappie over at Drawbridge, a few crappie at Aries. Over in the Marshy Hope, they're catching some great crappie at the Federalsburg Marina. I know that. They're catching some nice bluegills. At the Brookview Bridge, they're catching some blue cats still, but they're about gone. You know, not going to see many more of them, I don't think. Not much in the way of perch. I hear there's a few bass being caught over there.
Some big perch being caught, but it's few and far between.
Right.
But the ones that are being caught, they are big fish.
I saw one the other day. It was 14 and a quarter
Yeah,
inches.
that's what I mean.
You know, and I was like, man, where'd you get that? And he told me, and I said, man, I can't believe they're back in there like that again. You know, I think we haven't seen the fish in like the salt species, let's say, the speckled trout, the things like that. And we're even seeing red drum already.
Now the trout,
you know?
I did hear the trout. They came in fast and they left even faster. That I heard but I think this is the same thing that happened last year. They left fast. You give it a few weeks and they come back fast again.
Yes. So that's the thing, you know, like these trout, they'll come in here and they'll spawn,
Yep.
but there's still a batch that are working their way up from the Carolinas, you know, and they're going to hit here later than these fish moving in from
Right.
Virginia are, you know. So, you know, you will see another spawn here, and it's going to be a couple weeks. Me and your little brother got to experience that last year, you know. I mean, we whacked them out.
You get a year like this, it changes some stuff up.
Right.
Yeah.
My bass are pairing up again already.
Already.
right?
Wow.
They just spawned 2-3 weeks ago, and they're pairing up again.
How
Saw
about
them
that?
last night, the edge of dark there.
They've been
Splashing all
hanging around
around there.
snakeheads too long. That's all
I
it
guess.
is.
Yeah. You gotta keep up.
Up the bay. I mean, I'm hearing the Susquehanna's just giving up fish left and right. Aberdeen Proving Grounds giving up fish left and right. Bush River is just out of control. My mother lives there on Otter Creek, and I can tell you, it's amazing how many fish you can gig in the woods and puddles right there. So might want to check that area out if you haven't been up there. Gray's Run, Bush Creek. I talked to some guys there today. They're literally whacking them in Bush Creek. So good grass beds in there. That's the thing you got to look for right now, grass beds. That's where they want to be. They want to protect their young, so they're going to move their babies somewhere close to that, if they can. Here in Blackwater, if you've ever noticed, the open waters are just bogged with fry balls. You know what I mean? Places like those rivers and things up there, they've got those grass mats and things like that, and that's where you're going to see those fish locate too.
Yep.
On the flats, we're hearing some stuff on the flats about some big fish being caught there.
Talk about the video that was just posted today.
Oh, so we had a video.
Speaking of grass mats.
Yeah, we had a video posted on our page. I can't remember the guy's name. Let me go and see if I can look that up.
TJ somebody. I can't remember who it was.
No, I don't think that was his name. Let me just see if I can pull it up real quick. But anyway, my friend Nick Atkins, he was over in the Patuxent. He's been catching some snakeheads over there. The guys in the Potomac are telling me these numbers are really coming up, man. They're seeing numbers they haven't seen for 20 years. So I'm not sure what that means, but, I mean, look at some of the bow shooting they're doing and what's coming back over there. There's a mass of fish coming back over there. I don't know. Like I said, the Northeast Creek, Northeast River, they're everywhere now, man. Sassafras, Bohemia, they are literally everywhere. The 301 corridor, riding down 301, all the bridges down there, I've stopped and looked, Now, I wouldn't go stopping on 301 and going fishing on 301, folks. That's not what I'm saying.
That's about stopping at World's End.
Right.
Same thing there.
Right. I'm just saying, I have stopped and looked at some of these places, just stop, look over the bridge, and that'll pretty much answer the questions you have as to what may be present in that at that time. You know what I mean? It's really easy to see them right now in clear water. So I don't know. As far as Fish Report goes, it's just you don't know what you're going to get where you go. I mean, out in the salt, we're hearing some big bluefish down Ocean City here last week. What else? I'm hearing some nice flounder being caught down Ocean City too, off the 50 bridge. It's just everything's busting open. So now is the time you can really pick and choose what kind of fishing you want to do.
Yep.
If you want to go to the salt, that's the best thing about Dorchester County, though. You can go right down here and you're on the bay. You can come in, you're in the tidal waters. On the other side of 50, and now you're hitting some fresh water. You know what I mean? So it's the best of three worlds. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
And you got coolies
Mark, what's up, buddy?
if you have a bad day.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, that's what I got as far as fishing spots go. I guess we can talk about fishing lures, what's been hot later in the show. We'll get back to that.
Get it later.
In the meantime, we got a
We got a
very, very important man here on the phone right now. We're talking about what's breaking loose this weekend and what we've been involved for and what we're getting together. So,
That's right.
Dave, where you at, buddy?
We say, guys,
Hey, what's going on, brother?
I'll tell you, I'll let fishing talk, man. Woo. It is the time of year to go fishing, and I'll tell you, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like there's some good weather on the horizon. So this weekend, CCA has our 18th annual Kent Narrows Flying Light Tackle Tournament. It's a virtual-based tournament. It's a rockfish tournament, catch, photo, release. And we are excited that we have an invasive species division again this year, thanks to our good friends at Traeger. So I know you all talk about the Great Chesapeake Invasives count. We're doing great work together on that. We'll chat about that briefly at the end. But basically, people to get out there and work with each other, learn from each other, catch these fish, grill them up on a Traeger grill. And if you sign up for the Kent Narrows tournament to participate this weekend, and you just go out there and catch snakeheads, catch blue catfish, catch flathead catfish, you turn in invasive species into the Kent Narrows rockfish tournament. Every single fish you enter that you caught, following all the tournament rules, you can use bait, but other than that, you got to follow the tournament rules. Every fish you catch and register will be like putting your name in the hat for a random drawing to see who gets a brand new Traeger grill.
Wow.
And it's a really cool one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a $50 entry fee. You get a long sleeve hooded tri-blend, like SPF, deep apparel tournament t-shirt. The shirts are $40, retail.
I love it.
And you're getting a shirt. You're getting a chance to win these, win the Traeger grill. Heck, if you're a dynamic enough angler, you can participate in the rockfish, catch and release some big rockfish, nice 3-fish stringer, maybe catch a couple perch. We got a really cool perch award. and then get out there and catch some invasives and win and grill. And bottom line is you're going to have a good Saturday on the waterways somewhere, like you were talking. Fresh salt, whatever it is.
Well, I got to be honest. You
open.
talking about this Traeger grill. I'm wondering if I shouldn't go fish that tournament this weekend instead of what you wanted us to do.
Hey, man, no, I don't know about that.
We got too much work in this thing, right?
Hey, man, what I want you to do is more important than going fishing and winning prizes. It's about the future.
It is.
So, thanks to the Great Chesapeake Invasives Count, which is supported by our friends at Yamaha through their Yamaha Right Waters campaign, educating folks about invasive species. Thanks to them, we have a great connection with somebody else they support, a professional bass fisherman, and the foundation he created, which is Mike Iaconelli and the Ike Foundation. They've got
Never give up! Never give up! Never give up! Who's that? You mean you start breakdancing on my chair right now or what?
Man, I'll tell you, Ike is a ball of energy for sure. I'd like to put the two of you in a room. And
I don't think you want to do that. You put me and Mike in a room, I can tell you what, there ain't going to be a room left. You know what I mean? Between him breakdancing and me popping and rapping, we're going to wreck some stuff up. I can tell you that.
In the Balador cage.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Mike has been a great fisherman for his whole career, but he's giving back through the Ike Foundation. He's got a great team of people there. They've got the Pro-Am this weekend on the Upper Bay. They'll be fishing the flats. And we don't have an invasives division in that tournament, but that tournament raises money for the foundation. Their foundation is going to have 100 kids that have been selected to come out, experience fishing. They can fish on the dock in Northeast Park in Northeast Maryland. They're going to make their own tackle. They're going to do a casting competition. We're going to have some artwork stuff out there, educational stuff. Lots of good stuff. We're going to be there talking to them about invasive species, with you guys, the crew from Blackwater's Edge, snakeheadlife.com. CCA is going to be there. And we just put out the word this morning. We need volunteers. We need people to come out and help. They're going to be patient and helpful with the kids. Step in there, listen to the Ike Foundation team, have them, give you a direction on how you can help them. They've done a ton of great work with a ton of great sponsors to put this thing together. And frankly, four of us, we're just lucky that we're going to go and hang out and rub elbows with some great folks and do what's right for the future generations of anglers. So it's not something we're asking people to pay for or enter or anything else. I want you to check out the Ike Foundation, and if you can volunteer on Saturday, we put out a graphic that I know is all over social media. CCA sent it out through our email this morning. But you just send an email with the subject volunteer to the Ike Foundation at gmail.com, and Ike is I-K-E. So that's Mike Iaconelli and this great team of folks at the Ike Foundation. So we're happy to support them. And again, I've already mentioned, but it's because of the Great Chesapeake Invasives Count. We just gave away or drew our May prizes last week or earlier this week, I think.
And I won?
Driving right. No, you didn't win.
Oh, dang it.
But no, lots of great people won, and so remember, we give away 5 prizes to anybody that participates, and then 5 more that's the only people that are CCA members. And we mixed it up a bit last week. We gave away some hats like we did before when you all were in Woolford store was the sponsor. But we also gave away a knife sharpener, an AFCO fillet knife. I'll tell you, it's one heck of a fillet knife. I used it this morning to clean some snakeheads. And, so we've got some really cool prizes in the invasives count. Island Tackle is the sponsor for the Kent Narrows tournament. That's where I'm going right now. They're doing giving away their prizes. We got all tackle lined up for June prizes.
Excellent.
Anglers lined up for July prizes.
Excellent.
So it's all about the community. Yes, the community coming together. Tons of small businesses in Maryland. These are the folks we got to shop with and support because they give right back, and they give great prizes to anybody that's listening right now. It is free to register for the invasives count. And the best part is, again, here we go again, the invasives count is sponsoring what? With you guys.
The Angler of the Year. There it is.
There you go. Angler of the Year with with your Snakehead series.
Yep.
And I just finalized what the award is going to be for the Snakehead Angler of the Year. It's going to be a beautiful custom copper trophy by my friend Haynes Hoffman at Blue Water Copper Works.
I'm so glad that came through.
It's coming through. I think it's going to be like a 24-inch fit on this beautiful aged barnwood that's real stained and oil rubbed. I mean,
that's
it's like
beautiful.
Southern cypress. So that's going to be something that somebody's going to take home. And we got a few other tricks up our sleeve. I think next week we'll probably talk about an early sign-up bonus, maybe some extra prizes and stuff if you're involved in the basic count as Angler of the Year. I need a drink of water. I feel like talking like Kaz. Woo.
Red Bull. No.
Nobody talks like Kaz does. You're safe, Dave. Don't
Look,
worry.
this is what you need right here, Dave. Can you see that? That's what you need. This is the best stuff out there. It's good stuff. No, sugar-free,
They just
good stuff.
just think older people riding by and seeing your mouth moving like that. Man, is that guy driving or is he talking?
I was just giving a symphony. Anybody knows me, sometimes I like to talk with my hands. I say it's that part of Italian I got from my mother, and I'm sitting here talking with my hands as I drive down the road. There are probably people thinking I'm being the conductor.
Man, I do the same thing. Don't worry about that at all. That's the thing.
I'll tell you what, Dave. I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'm looking forward to doing it. You know, I mean, the whole angle of this thing is educating the public, raising awareness, and building a better angler. And we're happy to be part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I didn't mention it, but folks can check out a ton of stuff at the Ike Foundation website. But what's even cooler is every single kid's going home with a fishing rod and reel combo. They're going home with a tackle box, all because of the great sponsors. And remember the custom hats we gave for the event that happened down there a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got hats embroidered again, thanks to Under Armour, donated hats to us. We worked with a local business to get them embroidered. So we have these Ike Foundation hats that the kids are going to go home with. So, they're going to get a fishing hat too. And we can only do that because of the folks that support us and by working together. So
That's fantastic.
I'm excited to have you guys involved, and we're going to have a good Saturday.
You know, it's all about helping each other. You know, and that's what we're doing. You know, we're giving back to the community. That's what we need to do. We need to teach these kids the right from wrong, and we need to get everybody going in the right direction. And I think that's our whole itinerary for the weekend is to be available, be helpful, and to do the best we can to help out Ike.
That's right. Absolutely. So.
What else taking? Anything else we're missing today, Dave, or what?
Nope. Just ccamd.org/count for the invasives count.
That's right.
And ccamd.org/KNT21, which is Kent Narrows Tournament 21. You can fish bay-wide. You do not have to come to Kent Island. This is the second year being virtual. We're going to be back to having a big after party at the Jetty Bar next year, but not this year. So if you're out there fishing and you're not signed up for this tournament and getting your tournament shirt, you're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. So everybody be safe out there and have a great weekend.
Well, I second everything you just said, Dave.
Well, cheers to that.
All right, look, brother, we'll see you Saturday morning,
Dave.
and we'll see you next week on Thursday with our big announcement on the tournament.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.
Night.
Do you want to talk about baits? We want to go to Willy. What do you want to do next?
Talk about your baits.
Okay,
first.
so let's talk about baits real quick, and then we're going to bring on our podcast guest today, Lil Willy. If you don't know Lil Willy, you're going to know him, that's for sure, today. So, look, I don't know if you know about the Jawbreaker, okay, but my good friend Roman Gorelski, he's got this new tool that he's kind of came up with. I know a lot of people say it looks like something they'd see in the doctor's office, and you're probably right. But anyway, the way this thing works is there's a little button here, a little lever. So you want to take this, and you're going to shove that in the snakehead's mouth, right? And then while you're in the mouth, you're going to hit this, and you're going to open that jaw up, right? Watch. Hold on. You can go even further than that,
Those
right?
teeth.
Oh, hold on. No, I got that
Yeah.
piece of line. So you can get that tooth. You can get that mouth open. That way, watch this. I can get right in there and get my frog back. I can get right in there and get my bait back.
What about your hyperelastics?
You can get right in and get your hyperelastics back. You can get your Mepps back. You can get your Savage back. You can get your Whopper Plopper back. You can get it all back. You know what I'm saying?
If it's down deep where it's hard to get your hand in there, you can take that back out, shove it in his gills, and open it up
from the
open
back.
his mouth from the inside, and you can reach down his tonsils.
And that's something that Gary found out, Roman, that we didn't know would work. So you can thank Gary for that suggestion of going in through the gills too. So if you haven't had a chance to see the Jawbreaker, he's got a Facebook page, Roman. It's called the Jawbreaker. Has a float on it, so if you're foolish enough to drop this thing over the side, being stainless steel and all that decent money, you want to make sure you have it back and you don't lose it. So, Roman, good product there. I like that. Let's talk about some lures for snakeheads and what's been working here. All right? Everybody asks every week about hooks. What kind of hooks do I need? Look, Eagle Claw.
I detected a little bit of sarcasm with your eyes rolling there. I think you need to have a little bit more enthusiasm when you say that this time. Let's try that again.
And for those of you that are asking for a bait to put your minnows on, I only suggest one bait, and that bait only, and that would be the Eagle Claw 1-aught bait holder. Why does this lure work so good? Do you want me to start again?
No, that was fantastic.
Okay.
This spot on that time.
Right. This lure right here, Not that lure. This lure right here is all. It's not even a lure, it's a hook. This hook right here is all you need, okay? So anyway.
I wasn't going to point that out.
Yeah, I knew you were. That's why I saw you looking at him.
Well,
I knew it was getting ready to come. So anyway.
I was on it on the first round.
For all you guys that are throwing swim baits and horny toads and stuff like that, elastics, look. Right there's a great hook to use right there, that Fusion by Berkley. Okay, it's a little weighted hook right there. It's strong as can be. It'll hold the fish. It'll hold up. You'll have it till you lose it.
Use it till you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's right. So the Nonthaburi Channidae baits, okay? So if you haven't had a chance to see what Brady's got going on with these custom baits that he's doing, so his company is called Nonthaburi Channidae, and this would be one of the lures that he gave to us to show, and we are fully stocked right now, Eddie. We got them stocked back up. So everybody's been asking. We got them back. They're back. All kinds of colors, different sizes.
I think Denton's stocked, and I think Autumn Sky's still stocked up with them. So
I mean, these things are great.
You can get them plenty of places.
They're great. I mean, the little spinners on them, they hold up. The hooks are strong enough. I mean, I can't even bend them with my finger. So that's sufficient for me. I'm going to talk about Eddie's favorite bait. This has been knocking it out the park. It's called elastics. Okay? Eddie, why don't you show him how stretchy that thing is? Huh?
Yeah. And I've been stretching this thing for 62 episodes.
That's right.
And it is still holding strong.
So if you want to ask about durability, boom, right there it is. There's your durability, okay? Elastics. Inline spinners. You know that we love our Mepps, and we stand proud with our Mepps. Mepps number 4s, Mepps number 5s. Doesn't really matter the size, the color. If you're getting short struck, tip it with a Snakehead Destroyer minnow on one treble hook. Watch what happens. You'll thank me later. The Booyah Pad Crusher still killing it. Okay, Kyle was on these things a while back.
Man. I don't like them. That's just me.
Yeah,
got to bend them hooks up a little bit.
That's why I like the lunker hunts better.
I got to tell you, I like the you know me, the pocket frog. That's all I throw. But
I'm saying I like the compact frog. It's just like that, but it's the lunker hunt brand, and their hooks are just at a little bit different angle. Makes all the difference in the world to me. That's just me personally.
I believe Eddie. I gotta believe him. So what did you say you liked? It was the lunker hunts, right?
Yep.
You want to see what my favorite bait is in the lunker hunts? Mm-hmm. Do you know what it is?
I know what it is. Yeah.
That right there has been fire in the ditches. Okay, I mean fire in the ditches.
You can even tell on that one there. The hook's at just a little bit different angle. I mean, it's just at a different. It's just different, and you get a better hook set. That's just my opinion.
Well, for me, this is what works for me. You know, I know Gary's got what he likes. You got what you like. How about this? Buzz baits. We love buzz baits, right?
That buzz toad's killer.
The buzz toad.
Yeah.
Okay, so the buzz toad, we've been knocking it out of them with this. That was a good save, wasn't it?
That was a good save.
And then, now, I don't know if you saw the post that Annie put on the page with the peanut bunker. When the peanut bunker showed up last year, you remember me talking on the podcast about spoons, okay? And that spoon right there, that Tony Aceta pet spoon, I mean, I'm telling you right now, if they don't hit that like that, then you put a minnow on that, tip it out. But the person that turned me onto these spoons was Eddie. And Eddie, you were throwing the drones, wasn't it?
I was throwing the drones.
So he was throwing drone spoons, and I started throwing these, and they both seemed to work pretty darn good.
I put a curly tail on the back of the drones, and it worked. And it's the same thing as putting a feather on there.
Go ahead and show that bait there, Gary.
That they had snakeheads all the way up in Siberia, but I didn't know they tried to catch them on polar bears. I caught one today. I only had about 20 minutes of fishing. Second cast on my little mouse. Bang. Yep.
Which mouse were you using? This one, or were you using another one?
I was using the one that's all one piece.
So you were using, let's see if I got that in the pole.
Yep, live target right there.
Yep, there he is.
Kapow! That's the one you want right there, okay?
One. Yep, same mouse.
That's what Gary was using today, and he got a few. So, we're always trying to help you out with baits and things like that, and I got to tell you, okay? And Gary can testify to this because he's been throwing them. Why don't you tell him a little about the high-octane stuff, Gary?
They're just good quality stuff, man. I'm telling you. Their buzz baits are just...
Look at the massive metal on that thing. You know what I mean?
Look at the diameter.
Yeah, I mean,
that hook is serious.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to bend. If you get hung in a log, you're probably gonna. If you lunge strong enough, you're gonna pull yourself a nice log in. You're not going to bend the hook straight.
Now you've been throwing his buzz bait and smoking
him up with that buzz bait.
So and then I think you even went and ordered like 300 so that you could have them. Right?
I got a bunch of them.
Got some more coming. One more bait to talk about. This bait, when I was with Chris Leslie, was the thing that broke open wide for me snakehead fishing. A lot of guys say they don't do good with it, but let me tell you what.
It's hit or miss.
You know?
The popularity.
The Whopper Plopper. Okay, and there's a couple different styles they got now. They got the 145, they got the 90, they got the 75, they got the bulk bodies. So
people either love them or hate them.
Yeah, it's like the Whopper Flopper for me. I've never even got a hit on one.
I've never got a caught a fish in a Whopper.
So what I do with these things, if I'm not burning them, I'm just slow enough to turn the tail. And what you'll see happen is this. You're fishing in an area for a little bit and you throw that bait a couple times. You're going to see rises behind it if you fish it slow like I'm saying. If you're burning it and things like that, you're probably going to pull away from the fish, So what I like to do is make a long cast with this thing because you can chuck this thing a country mile, man. That's what I also loved about this
Not
bait.
a city mile.
A country mile. That's right. So, the Whopper Plopper. So for me, what I do is I just cast it and reel it as slow as I can, just enough to keep the tail turning. And I'll see that fish rise behind, and I'll stop it. And I'll watch the fish to see what it's going to do. The fish turns away. He didn't want it. If that fish stops there and he's looking at it, I'm going to give it 1 or 2 turns on the reel, just enough to move it and see what the fish does. If that fish moves with that lure, I'm going to start real slow because he's going to follow it. And once I see him start following, I'll start speeding it up and then stop it. The minute I stop it, he just destroys it. So, one more bait to talk about. I know this is a lot of people's favorite baits, the horny toads. Okay, and they've been working incredible. And there's some guys out there making some custom baits that look like this with some different tails, and they're working good too. I know Chris Dixon has some he's been using, and they're just phenomenal. I can't remember who made them. He did tell me. I think it was Butch Huber, but I can't remember. Butch, if that was you that made them, they're great baits. So that being said, I think we've talked about baits. We've talked about the Ike thing. We've talked about no tournament yet. We'll talk about them later.
Yep. Why don't you introduce our guest?
Yeah, let's introduce our guest. So look, this is a kid that I've watched for a couple years now. And, his mom and me, his mom works up at the vet place that I go to. And, we just kind of became friends there. And we just started sharing pictures back and forth, helping to teach Willy how to catch snakeheads and other stuff like that. Willy has become quite the young angler. I mean, so good that we have decided to make him the kids captain at the Snakehead Fishing Club.
Yep.
So for those folks that are joining the club, me and Eddie were talking about something in Gary last week. No matter whether you join Leroy's page or anywhere, if you've got kids and you join the club, you can bring the kids. You get to hang out with little Willy. Little Willy's going to talk to them. He's going to make his little club up. He's going to teach them how to catch snakeheads. He's going to teach them the right from wrong. He's going to teach them the facts. He's going to teach them everything. So
if the parents join, the kids join for free.
Yes, and I thought that was just we were really kind of juggling that, but I think that was the right thing for us to do. You know what I mean? And that's going to give these kids a much bigger opportunity, free of cost. You know what I'm saying? The parents don't got to pay for it. So, little Willy, how you doing today, buddy? Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm William, and I actually just got out of school today, and I'm here listening to you guys talk.
All right, so let me ask you something, Willy.
Yes?
Do you remember your first fish you ever caught?
No, actually.
'Cause you've been fishing since you were like 6 months, is what I understand. So you probably don't remember anything that far back. So let me ask you, what is your favorite fish to catch? What is the first fish that you remember that you really got excited to go fishing for?
Snakehead.
Snakeheads. Have you caught any snakeheads, Willy?
Yes. I was the first one in my family to catch one.
Oh, man, that is awesome. Now, I understand you've done some tournaments before, too, and you've won some trophies, man. So you're quite the fisherman, man. So tell us a little about some of the tournaments that you've fished.
Well, I fished at, I fished at the Elks in Easton,
That's where you won with the snakehead.
That's where I won with the snakehead.
And you got a pretty nice trophy for that, didn't you, brother? You did. Was that a good day for you? Was that just like the highlight of the year or what?
Yeah, it was my first fish, actually.
Oh, wow. And so you caught your first snakehead, it was in a tournament, and you won the tournament. That is amazing. So what else do you like to fish for? I heard you like to catch crappie and some other things too. So let's talk about the different kinds of fish that you like that you want to teach these other young guys how to catch. What do you like to catch?
I like to catch carp. I like to catch.
Tommy Robinson would like that.
Yeah.
I could teach them how to catch snakehead. Perch. Catfish.
You were tearing up some catfish at Leroy's event, weren't you?
I just got to say, at Leroy's event, I saw William and he's bringing a fish over to get it weighed. And I look, and here he comes with another fish. And now I look, and here comes another fish. I said, well, they got this kid running fish for everybody. And then I walk over and I look at the board. And one side is William, and the other side is everybody else. And he lit it up. I mean, he had the biggest carp, biggest catfish.
Yep.
Perch?
Yeah.
He had a perch too, didn't he? Was your perch the biggest?
No, it's smallest.
The smallest one.
You
Yeah.
got the smallest award. You got the catfish awards. What other awards you get from Mr. Leroy?
I actually got a tie for the biggest, but we just handed it off to someone else cause I almost got them all. Cause there's this other kid with me named Jeremiah.
Is he your friend?
Yes, he was fishing with me, and he actually got the smallest, but he left, so I took it. And like I said, I was if I didn't give the the thing away, I would have got all the awards.
So you
But
get so you
except
so,
Very humble of you.
so you gave away an award you could have had to help somebody else.
Yes.
That's pretty
Wow, that is amazing.
That's
I'll tell you
cool.
fantastic.
what.
Turned him up that day. I was impressed.
And someone caught an eel.
Did they eat it?
I'm not sure.
Have you ever ate an eel, Willie?
Nope.
Why not?
I don't know. We don't. It's pretty rare.
So what's your favorite fish to eat, Willie?
Mine is snakehead.
What's your second favorite to eat?
Catfish.
Is that
Catfish
followed
hard to
by a
beat.
third or what? What's after that?
Pretty much nothing.
I love this kid, man. So Willie, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite rod and reel? Do you have a favorite rod and reel you like?
My favorite.
Because we're gonna see if
is-
they're gonna sponsor you. That's why I'm asking you.
I like the one my dad has, which is a lose.
Let me ask you this, Willie. Who was the most instrumental to you as far as learning the fish and the outdoors and things like that?
I'm not sure. I just automatically got into it.
I mean, did your mom teach you? Did your dad teach you?
I'm honestly not sure.
A little bit of everybody.
A little bit of everybody.
Yeah, a little bit. My grandpa, my grandma,
Yep.
everyone.
What's your favorite lure?
My favorite lure is the black frog, which
Can't go wrong with a frog.
No.
no, nothing can go wrong with my dad actually has a whole box of frogs.
Can you get a couple for me out of your dad's box next time you're over there, buddy?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
No, maybe it's about that. No. So you like frogs? What else do you like to use? Anything else?
I like chatterbaits,
Mmm.
and I also like these.
The old school tackle. Brian Dolph, look at that right there. Look at that, Brian Dolph. He's representing you. How about that, boy? Woo! I love it. So as far as bait goes, what kind of bait do you like? I see your hat. So what kind of bait do you like to use?
Well, honestly, I like bloodworms, because they also give you some pretty good fish automatically.
Yep.
I also like these weird ones that have, like, multiple little tiny legs.
Sandworms.
Sandworms. They're pretty
Mayworms,
creepy.
sandworms. Yeah, they're pretty creepy. They glow in the dark. Did you know that?
Nope,
Yeah.
not at all.
So tonight when you go to bed, get a couple, put them in your bed with you, and you'd be light up underneath the sheets. You
No.
read a book under there, whatever you want to do. Mom won't care.
Is your sister having the kids?
Oh yeah, she's got three.
Are you allowed to see
No,
them?
I'm not allowed to see him. Now the one that's in college, I'm allowed to see now, and I've been helping him get with some fishery stuff because that's what he wants to
Oh
be.
man.
So Willie, so you like bloodworms, you like sandworms. How about snakehead destroyers from the Bait Boyz? You ever used any of them?
Actually, yes,
How do they work?
really well.
Oh, when you say really well, what do you mean? Like they're the best or?
Like big fish.
Oh, big fish. Like what kind of big fish?
I mean, like oversized bluegill.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you're talking about bluegill. You didn't tell us anything about bluegill before.
We found this place in like the forest where there's like a bunch of like junk. You go through like some shattered glass through the leaves, and there'll be like a couple of wood and a log. And me and my dad go down there all the time, and we have to get like multiple baits because he keeps on snagging them, and I have to reel it in.
Oh, you mean he hooks the fish and you get to reel him in? He's not snagging trees and faking you out, saying you got one. And you're sitting there and you're like, I can't get it.
They're literally like the size of this.
Bluegills?
Yes, bluegill.
Holy moly! I don't know if I've ever seen a bluegill that big in my life. Maybe one time you can just get one and send me a picture of it. How's that?
Yeah, we will. Definitely.
What about crappie? Do you catch any crappie in there where you're bluegill fishing?
Yep.
What's your biggest crappie? 16 pounds, 200 pounds,
1 pound.
1 pound. Say 1 pound. Say 1 pound.
1 pound.
There you go, buddy. Good answer.
Sorry, I was like, I forgot for a minute. I was like,
That's okay. We'll keep you straight. Eddie, you got anything you want to ask him or anything about anything?
You've covered everything pretty
All right,
quickly.
so you like bluegills, you like crappie. Where is your favorite place to go fishing?
My favorite place.
If you could only go to one place for the rest of your life and fish, where would it be?
Blackwater or Cherry Beach?
Cherry Beach. Cherry Beach. That sounds. What's a Cherry Beach? What do you catch there?
Cherry Beach.
You catch cherries there?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Do you use cherries for bait?
No.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no cherries there.
Why is it called Cherry
Beach down
Point?
here? Good place.
Cherry Beach is like somewhere in the trees where you can take a canoe out. You can there's cacti there. Lots of catfish.
Now, I haven't heard you say one fish, and we have a few of them around here. We used to have lots of them around here. How about bass fishing? You like bass fishing?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do. What's your favorite lure to throw at a bass?
I gotta go with the frogs.
Frogs.
Frogs are like its #1 attraction.
And is there anything else you like to throw for them, like a Mepps or maybe a chatterbait or a buzz bait? Chatterbait.
Yeah.
How big's your biggest bass you ever caught? I heard you caught some big ones before.
21 inches.
So that's about a
big
5-6 pound bass right
That's
there.
nice bass.
Yeah, it's real nice.
That was your whoa. That was your second fishing tournament.
Second fishing tournament.
So tell me about that. What happened there? You won the bass?
Yes. I'm not sure if it was the first one or the second one. I tied for first place. I think it was the first one. Yeah.
Willie, you ever been to Las Vegas?
Yeah,
You want to go?
Yeah, it was the first one. There's some other kid that tied with me, and the judges were like, huh. And, we almost had the same size. We pretty much had, like, the same size and height. Then they said, William wins for saving the pond, because if I haven't caught that snakehead,
That was a different one. You got 2 different ones. You did tie for first place with the bass at Centerville at that lake, and you split it with a little girl. You gave up your prize and split it with her.
Oh, hold on. That's why I wanted to ask because I heard about that. I heard you gave up another prize, and I wanted the people to see where your heart is and what kind of kid you are and how awesome you are. So that bass tournament, let's refresh you a little bit. You tied for first place with another little girl, and you decided to let her have the prize, right?
True.
Right. That is very unselfish, and that's I think why we like you so much.
That'll carry you a long way in life.
Mm-hmm. Gary, what can you think to ask him? I know you like taking kids over to the pond doing stuff like that.
I asked him. I asked him had he ever been out in the boat? Did he want to go?
Willie, have you ever caught any rockfish?
Actually, yes.
Good.
Did you catch any big ones?
No keepers.
No.
So tell me about the oyster cracker the other day. That was Mom's favorite, wasn't it?
That Jurassic Park fish. No fish.
Did you touch it? Did you feel how slimy it was?
No, but I was on the car.
So let's. Wait. You ran to the car to get away from it?
No.
Okay. So what happened?
Mommy might.
Let me ask you this, Willie. Would you eat it?
Yes, actually, I would like to try something new.
How about that, Eddie? We got to give him some fish, something new for him to try.
We'll give him something to
We'll
try.
find him something.
As long as it's not alive.
So Willie, what do you like to do for fun besides fishing?
Honestly, I like to play with Legos. I also play with my cats, where I have this like tiny fishing toy, and it actually has a reel and everything with a tiny fish on the end. Then I stand on the bed and tear it, and they like come in there, and I reel it up, and they're like jumping for it.
So let me get this straight. It sounds
You're
to me like
catfishing.
it sounds to me like you're pretending that your bed is the boat, and you're up on the boat above the fish. This is what I see the Willy right now. He's sitting there and he's got his rod going, casting to the cats. No, cat, you ain't getting it.
He's catfishing.
Is that how you learn to set the hook? Is that how you learn? Because I saw a picture of you leaning back, setting the hook. Is that how you do it?
It's very tiny. Well, not very. It's like probably like this tall and like very skinny.
How many kitties do you have that you play with?
4 inside, 2 outside.
Oh, got any dogs?
Yes, 1 Tansy.
What kind of dog?
Bulldog and pit bull mix.
Is your dog big?
Pretty big.
Bigger than you?
Almost.
Can you ride on its back when it goes around the house?
It doesn't let me. like
That's the best answer ever, man. That's what I was telling you, man. You know,
like if I try to, she'll literally sit down and make me. Yeah, like nope.
That's fantastic.
I've seen some pictures of you cuddle up with that dog. You love that dog, don't you?
One time, I was driving home and Mommy was home, and we were in the morning. Well, I'm not sure what time it was, and my dad showed me a picture of her laying down, and I was like, Dad, I don't see anything, and I was like, that's Tansy, and I said, where? And she was camouflaged with the couch. I was like, where is she? You're telling me what? Where? And he just had to explain it the whole car ride home.
So let me ask you this, Willy. Have you ever been hunting before?
No.
Do you want to go hunting and try hunting?
Yeah. My friend Nathan, he actually went hunting before.
What did he get?
He likes to hunt deer. He likes to hunt honestly a lot of stuff. Mostly deer and squirrels. Squirrels
are delicious. Have you ate a squirrel yet?
No.
You never had squirrel stew?
Nope.
You ever had sika stew?
Nope.
Let me tell you, it makes the best sika stew I've ever had in my life. That guy sitting right there next to you. His name's Gary. You met Gary yet?
Honestly, from the time I've been with him, yes.
Very good, very good. So I want to talk to Mom a little bit here for a minute. You know, I'm not going to put her on the spot. I'm not going to, Willy, look, I'm going to jump back to you in a minute, but we're going to talk to your mom just for a second. I'm going to come back to you in a second. So, Brandy, you guys have been just a blessing to me in life. You know, the VCA Animal Hospital up in Cambridge, you know, Brandy is the manager of that operation there. And I can tell you what, folks, these are some of the best vets I've met in my life, you know. So, Brandy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
But he's the fun one. I'm just the mom.
I know.
I'm just the way here. So I'm William's mom. I run the animal hospital. I also run the crazy cakery in whatever spare time I do have.
So let's talk a little about that real quick. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, the crazy cakery. So Brandy makes homemade desserts, cakes, all kinds of stuff. Now, I can't remember what I had. I think they were, what were they, moose or buck something?
You had Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
Yeah.
So she made me some Buckeyes a little while back, and let me tell you what. I didn't know what they were to begin with. You know, I didn't know what I was getting into. But I took one bite, and I knew they were all gone. That's all I knew. I've had the cakes. I've had the stuff she makes, and I got to tell you, it's phenomenal. And if you want something because you're diabetic, you can do that, can't you?
Yep, I sure can.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I really liked about that because I have type 2 diabetes. But I still made her give me the sugar cake.
I was just about to say, I don't know why you're worried about that because you don't even worry about your diabetes half the time.
I know, right?
Do as he says, not as he does.
That's right, exactly.
Right. So, Brandy, you've been fishing for a pretty good bit, and I want you to talk about how you got the girls involved at your work fishing. You know, this is the coolest thing, folks. So I was up there yesterday with the dogs. You know, we're getting some vaccines, some things like that, and I was talking to some of the girls in there, and right away, the first thing they said was that they learned to fish, and they're all this little community of fisher girls, we'll call them, you know, at the hospital, and they go out how many times a week? Once a week?
At least, yeah.
They all go out at least once a week and go fishing together. It's just phenomenal. So you reached out to me about snakeheads and all that stuff like that. So, Brandy, let's talk a little bit about what you like to go fishing for.
Anything that fights. I like the fight. I'm not big into numbers. I don't really care. We can pull 30 bluegill at the same pond. But I'm gonna sit there for hours if it means I've got a good fight on my hands. So that's what I like to fish for. Anything that's gonna give me a run for my money.
Now I know that usually when you go out fishing, I usually get a text message or something like that, and you know you're gonna tell me what's been going on, or you're gonna ask for a suggestion or what to do, and if you need a suggestion, I'm gonna give you one. But the coolest thing is I see you doing a lot of things on your own, you know, and there's not a lot of women anglers out here. A, to begin with, you know, B, the simple fact to see the enthusiasm that you have, the effort that you guys put into it, and the things that you are doing together is just amazing. So I know you said your biggest. What was the first fish that you caught that kind of got you hooked on fishing? Was it a bluegill? Was it a minnow? Was it a crab?
See, that's a trick question. I'm too old to remember. I've been fishing since younger than him. I grew up in Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, and it was a thing that we went fishing after school. And if you caught the less fit, if you didn't win and catch the most, you had to clean them all for dinner.
I don't know if I like that plan.
So it was good competition between me and my dad. So I couldn't tell you the biggest. I really couldn't. I caught a huge carp last year. It's probably one of the biggest I remember, right out of Federalsburg. But like, I grew up fishing.
Well, I'm going to try to see if we can't in the next week or so get you guys on the drum.
Yeah.
Okay, they've been getting some in the big chop tank, 60 pounds plus. They've been getting a few in the little chop tank, and they're big. So we're going to try to find you something big that really gets your blood pumping. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
So let's talk about the Crazy Cakery. What kind of cakes do you make? How can they reach out to you to get an order to you? I mean, what can they do to get in touch with you?
You can actually just check Facebook. It's the Crazy Cakery MD. My cell phone number's on there. You can shoot me a message. I will tell you June is booked, and July is getting there. I do all kinds of cakes, all the bad decisions, gluten, sugar, dairy, all of it. And then I can also do all of it without those decisions. So if you have any dietary restrictions, we can make that happen. But I do it because somebody needed a cake and couldn't pay $80. So that's where I started with the cakery.
So here's the next thing I want people to know about you guys. You're very involved with the women's shelters.
Yep.
You do a lot for them every week.
We do.
Talk a little bit about that, what you do to give back to them.
We provide supplies to them as well as meals when we can. So it's always something. They always need volunteers, and just it's the little things that you don't think of that somebody might need in that situation. So we're always available for them to call when they need something.
So how many women are in the shelter roughly that you're helping?
It varies. It's anywhere from 12 to 20.
And I guess this time of the year with it getting warm, hot, there's going to be additional needs over there.
There are. And
so is it okay for us to mention the shelter in case anybody wants to make donations, or is it better for them to reach out to you?
They can go right to me, and
so,
I can make sure
so
they
that
get them.
I don't want the anonymity whole thing. You know what I mean?
Fine.
So I know about how that goes with battered women and things like that.
Yeah, so they can always go through me, and I'll make sure they get what they need and take care of it.
While we're sitting here talking, let's go ahead and give away something. Huh? What do you think, guys?
It's a good start.
Gary, what do you think, brother?
Well, I love to give stuff away, man.
Here's the grab box. What's in there?
Give me the box. Let's see what we got here. Oh, man. I think this is candy.
That looks like Purple Rain to me, brother. Is that Purple Rain?
Oh, purple grubtail.
That's what it says, Purple Rain.
Holy moly, Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
We get enough of your singing at the end of the episode. We don't need it in the middle, too. It's fine. It's okay.
All right, so look, if you want that pack of grubs, what do you want me to say, Gary?
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
There you go. Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
Or you can just say, Cash, shut up.
That's what I was waiting for anyway. All right, let's find something else in this box to give away to Gary. What do you think there, brother?
Oh, let's see. Ooh.
Oh, man.
We go.
We were just talking about that.
Just talking about them. I'm telling you, man, that's an awesome lure.
I'll tell you what, that convoy's got it going on.
Inline spinner.
Say inline spinner.
Yep. High octane.
So say inline spinner, and you get that.
What's next?
Let's do it again.
Let's do one more. We'll do one more.
I can get more than one in there.
I got more. We'll get a
Oh,
couple more.
what
We'll
we
get
got?
way later.
Ooh. Ticket. It's
Oh,
a
a raffle ticket.
Here, let me hold up. You talk about it.
I can't see it.
So,
Sure, I'll no, hold it up. I'll
You
read
tell
it.
me, yeah, you tell me what it is.
It's
Midshore
a
Fishing Club.
raffle ticket for the Midshore Fishing Club's rock fishing trip on Chop Tank River in October of 21. Trip is provided by Captain Phil Goody. Trip is for 6 anglers.
thanks, Mr. Phil.
Anytime after 1 p.m. Monday through Thursday in the month of October. The drawing is in September. All proceeds go to the Clint Waters Scholarship Fund at University of Maryland Horns Point. And so what we're doing is we've bought 4 tickets, and so we're gonna give 1 ticket away for the next 4 weeks and enter you guys into the raffle for you guys. And so what do they got to say, Gary?
Got to say Goody, and you got to spell it correctly.
Oh, gotta
Just
say
Goodies.
Goody.
Yep.
Goody and spell it
First one
correctly. I
spells
like
it
that,
correctly.
Mr. Phil. How you like that? Sounds like to me we're trying to copy Mr. Wazowski or Tom Wazowski. I know I lost my freaking dollar. Okay.
That just cost you $1.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Let's jump back over to little Willy here for a minute. All right.
Hello.
And then there he is. Hi, Willy. So Willy, what are you going to do this summer? You know, while you're not in school, what are your plans? What do you want to do?
Well, I wanna honestly go back to my daycare, Tiny Trailblazers, cause at Tiny Trailblazers we actually have like these mini weeks. Like we would have Technology Week where we would
Oh, very cool.
like do something with technology, or my favorite, Engineering Week, and it's where we like take little like DIYs and make them.
Hold on. What's a DIY? You're using big words now, Willy. I'm not up to par with. So tell me what that is.
Do it yourself.
Oh, I should have known that. I'm sorry.
We made this own tiny little vacuum, and we made a rocket thing where we would slam the button and it will actually launch.
Man, what's the cutoff age in that place?
Yeah, I'm trying to go too. You got any openings I can come in there, Willy, or am I too old?
Can you take a guess?
Maybe when someone leaves, there'll be an open space.
All right,
and
well, see if you can get me in that spot. Dude, let me ask. I gotta have an answer for this question, so I know I'm making the right decision. Do you take naps there?
Honestly, yes.
Oh man, I gotta be there then.
I mean,
All right, I'm in too.
In summer, we actually take like 1 nap a day.
Oh, I need 3 naps a day. Can we get 3 in there?
Sure. Like if you're tired enough, you can actually go up to Miss Danielle, our daycare provider, and you can actually say, "Can I lay down?" and she'll actually let you sometimes.
And what's her name again? So I remember Miss Danielle.
Yes, Miss Danielle.
Miss Danielle, when you get an opening, I need to come in there, but I need 3 naps a day. I'm willing to pay for that.
you're just like me, cause you're $1 short and a couple decades late.
Well, bro, you can play with Legos, all right? You're a construction guy. I'm not. You know, he can build electronics in the back
I
with
like
you.
the DUI stuff. DIY. Right?
DUI stuff.
DIY.
So, Willy, so it sounds to me like you're really interested in, like, the good stuff. Electronics, engineering. I heard a couple words there you said that were just like, you know. So what do you want to be when you grow up? You ever thought about that? I want you to be honest.
Honestly, this might kind of sound whack, but I actually want to be a Lego inventor.
Oh,
And
That's
invent,
fantastic.
Like new Lego.
You got a TV show about
Yeah,
that.
Lego
stuff?
Masters. You watch Lego Masters?
Yes, there's actually a new season 2.
Yep.
Go watch it on Hulu.
this is awesome, man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So Lego company out there, look, little Willy needs a job. So let's get that thing going. He's ready to start work for you right now, designing Legos for his friends and
That's
for the
right.
whole
Have you ever
world.
made a fish out of Lego?
What?
Have you made a fish out of Lego yet?
I actually have.
Have you built a snakehead? Have you built a snakehead out of Legos yet?
No.
Oh, you need to get on that.
But yeah, I was about to say, but I'll get right on that. I'm on top of it.
There-
Okay.
all right.
All right.
So if you can't design Legos, what would be your second choice?
probably like. I never got asked that question.
That's okay.
I would probably be like,
When I was your age, let me tell you what I wanted to be. I was on a TV show called Heads Up when I was your age in Baltimore. And the man asked me, he says, I was a smart kid when I was young. So I got to go on them television shows.
What happened?
Yeah. You see what happened.
He's getting ready to tell you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But no, really. So the host asked me. I was the team leader of our panel. He says, "Kaz, what do you want to be when you grow up?" That's what I said to him. I says, I think I want to be a veterinarian. And he said, "Why?" And I said, "Because I love animals." So I wanted to be a vet when I was your age. But then as I got a little older, I wanted to be not necessarily a Lego designer, but I knew I wanted to be something else, but I still wasn't sure what I wanted to be. Now, ask me what I want to be at 46 years old. I have no idea. I still don't know. It's taken 46 years, and I still have no idea. I'm just happy to be here. But look, I think you got a good future ahead of you. We're real excited about what you're bringing to the program for us. Your mom joined too, so we know she'll be there every week. And look, do you like to eat like nachos and stuff?
Of course.
All right, so listen, you're really going to love it there, Willie, because they got nachos, hot dogs with chili and cheese. I mean, they got all the bad food, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
I know.
You're on your way to diabetes
Can I bring
too?
a friend? Because she'll literally just chow down. She wouldn't care. She'll just keep on eating.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can bring your friend. Just make sure their parents sign up for the club. How's that?
Okay.
All right, so we're looking at like 52 minutes.
Yep.
We need to go over some tournament stuff, some club stuff, and some other things, sponsors, things like that. So, look, this is from Eddie, okay?
Yep.
Eddie wanted you to have your very own. Oh, God,
Whoa.
fall over that.
You okay?
Gary, we need to move that.
There you
So
go.
we're going to give this to Willie, right? Willie's going to get that.
Check
His very own Woolford shirt. So that's for you, Willie, from Mr. Eddie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you got a pack of baits from Brian Dolph over at Old School Tackle. And Gary's going to give you a high five. How's that? All right.
I'm going to take him fishing.
I know. Willie, thank you for coming today. This was awesome,
Absolutely.
man.
Thank you
You are
very
the
much.
first kid we've had on the podcast.
Oh, snap.
I know. And we even had your mom here. So she's like, what, the third or fourth female on the show?
Yeah, something like that.
So, and look, if you're a lady angler out there, reach out to us. Let us know what you do, and we'll see what we can't do to maybe help you with your calls. You know what I mean?
And if you want to be a lady angler, there's still some openings at Blackwater, is it not?
I think so.
For the mentor program.
Yeah, I think
For the mentoring program.
I'm not sure. I know Marcia said she was getting close to full. I'm not sure if
I
they still.
think they said they had 12, and I think the total is 18.
Yeah, I think it's 15 or 18 was
So,
the max. I know they're getting close.
Yep.
So sign up quickly if you
That
want to
is,
get into the mentor program. Sign up quickly. It's, we're meeting June 12th and 13th.
Yep.
It's next Saturday and Sunday. So get signed up with that through Blackwater, and we'll get you a mentor and get you fishing.
All right, let's thank Brandy. Let's thank Willie. Thank you guys again for coming here today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You can take the candy home with you because we don't want you here bouncing off the walls with us all night. We got enough going on with my two dogs. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm taking the dogs and we're leaving William.
That's a good idea. That means you can just eat more when they're gone, bro.
You ever met Mike Iaconelli?
So this weekend we're going to bring Willie up there, and he's going to help volunteer with the kids
That's cool.
with Mr. Iaconelli.
I can't wait to see you guys there.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
And we're glad to have you there with us, Willie. So, all right, Eddie, let's start talking about some tournaments, some other stuff like
That's right.
that, things we got to do.
So before I forget, we've got to announce our winners of the giveaways earlier. TJ Henson won the Purple Grub. Tyler Smith won the High Octane Inline Spinner. And Robert Moffitt won the raffle ticket. And so, let's see. Tournament. Next tournament for us is June 19th. That is two weeks from Saturday.
Yep.
2 weeks from Saturday. Get signed up very quickly. It's coming fast. And somebody's got to take down Turkey Tom from #1 spot here.
I know that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to do, but somebody's got to do it. $50 to enter. You've got until the 18th to sign up. Sign-ups close on midnight of the 18th. You got to be here at Woolford store at 5 o'clock for the captain's meeting. We'll be leaving here at 5:30. You can leave here about 5:30 to go fishing. Calcuttas, $10 each, get into the heaviest of the tournament, sponsored by Bassrack Outdoors. Oh, before I forget, Anglers is our headline sponsor of the whole tournament series. Heaviest of the tournament, sponsored by Bassrack Outdoors. The longest of the tournament, sponsored by Horseman Enterprises. The most snakeheads harvested in the tournament, sponsored by the Land Group. And, of course, the heaviest of the year, which Tom is winning currently, sponsored by the Bait Boyz. And, of course, everybody is also fighting for that Angler of the Year prize that Dave was talking about earlier. The nice
Bronze statue.
Yeah, that is going to be a beautiful bronze statue of a snakehead. And, of course, the championship belt. Can't forget that. But, yeah, Tom's in the lead of that right now, so somebody's going to come in and knock him off that top spot. So let's get to it.
What about the club?
Club, $50 enter for the entire year. Like I said, if you fish all 4 tournaments, you're automatically in the club for free. Let's see, we do all kinds of door prizes.
Kids.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the kid, if you sign up for the club, no matter where you are, your kids are welcome to attend the club with you.
And they get to fish with Little Willy.
And they get to fish with Little Willy, and they get to be entertained by Little Willy, and they get to share and break bread with Little Willy. It'll be a good time. As far as door prizes and stuff like that, we got lots of stuff we're giving away during the club meetings. If you can't make the meeting, you can tune in from your phone, from your computer if you're a paid member.
Yep.
Right. You cannot tune in if you are not a paid member. So if you're a paid member, that means you can tune in, your kids can tune in with you, or you can come to the venue here at the American Legion. Is that where we are? The American Legion? I got it right this time.
Proud of you. Proud of you, man.
Well, I haven't seen it 10 times an hour for the last 3 days.
Where is it?
It's on Route 50, right next to the Chop Tank River Bridge, baby.
There you go.
Across from Sailwinds Park.
Yep.
Man,
Good
I nailed
job.
it.
I'm proud of you, Cass.
I know, right?
Oh, before I forget, this week's Angler Spotlight of the Week, Richard Lehman caught this fish, 34 inches, 11 pounds. That's a heck of a fish right there. Richard Lehman. So stop in here to the store and pick up your Mepps here, Richard, and we'll get you straight, buddy.
You know, while we're sitting here talking, I'm going to see if I can't pull that video up that we were talking about here. So if you go over to the snakeheadlife.com page, you'll see a video in there. I'm just trying to get to the name of this guy because it was a really, really cool video. I think a lot of people really like to see the way this thing sluggishly came out from under the grass and eat the bait, you know. I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Here we go. Let me pull it up. All right, so let's see what this guy's name was again, so you can guys go look it up and give it a click.
I'm telling you, his name was TJ. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the exact video. Okay, here it is. It's TJ Meek was his name, so yes, you are right. So look, I don't know if we can see this here. Can you see this, or is it too blurry?
Right there. Don't move.
Go boom.
Now, if you can watch, I'm going to come a little closer. If you can watch him come out of the grass, man, that was like the most coolest thing in the world. Watch this.
Look at that.
There he is.
Chasing it. That is so cool.
Boom! So if you haven't seen that, check that out on the page. TJ Meek sent that in, man. That was a great share, and we appreciate that.
For sure.
Just remember, folks, if you're out there fishing, you're catching snakeheads, feel free to post your videos, post your pictures, anything like that to snakeheadlife.com, the Bait Boyz page, Blackwater's Edge. You know, we will gladly take them any way we can get them, right? What else we need to touch on? Anything else that we're thinking of?
That's everything on my sheet of paper.
You see the time right now?
We're at 59 minutes. We made it under an hour. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. That's fantastic.
All right, so we've given away all our prizes here today. I want to say this. I want to thank everybody for last weekend at the holiday up at the crab stand. You know, we did really good, and, you know, we only do good because you guys support us, you know, and we're a small business, so it's really important at this time to support small businesses, no matter what kind of small business it is. You know, if you're watching what's going on, the big companies are just getting bigger and bigger, and these little guys are just weeding out the way, you know, so no matter where you're at, support local. You know, support your small businesses, and make sure that the community knows that they're needed. You know, it feels good to know that you're needed in your community. You know, and that's something that we feel every weekend at the crab stand. You know, we feel like you're our friends. We don't feel like you're just a number. You know, we go a little bit above and beyond. You know, so lots of reasons to come to the crab stand. So with all that being said, we're going to have crabs this weekend. I'm going to have soft crabs. If you haven't had these whale soft crabs, they are just 8 inches, 8-inch sub rolls. They are massive, you know. So, I don't know. I've got 2 winners this week, Eddie, on the crab stand giveaway for Memorial Day. I was going to give away a bushel, but I decided to do this. We give away a half a bushel to 2 people instead of just one person.
2 winners.
Give it away, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to learn from little Willy. That's what I'm trying to learn. You know, spread the love around, you know. He was just awesome, wasn't he? Was that just not cool?
He was fantastic.
The answers, you know, I watch that show sometimes. What kids say or whatever that show
Kids
is.
say the darndest
Kids
things.
say the darndest things, and that's what I see him as. That kid on the TV show that just you don't know what the answer's going to be, you know. And I think that was just a really cool thing. I think that the coolest part about it was to do something different, to bring a kid on the podcast.
Yep,
you know,
absolutely.
So I had a lot of fun today. I hope you all had a lot of fun today. And like I said, we appreciate everything that you're doing for us, and we're going to continue to do what we're doing for you. If there's anything that you need from us, we're just a phone call, click away here at the store. Eddie, Gary, we're all available to help you. If you're looking for a guided trip, Gary has some openings right now, and we do have lodging available for you too. Gary, you want to tell them a little bit about that?
It's been slow. Where I fish, it's actually I haven't started yet. If it stays like it was today, next week I'll be fishing.
Okay, so
But I haven't taken anybody yet this year. It's just not been. I don't want to take somebody and take their money.
and see, that's how I've got guides I got to make good on and things from Corona and all that. And for those of you that think that we've just putting it off, it's not what we're doing. We're waiting for the right conditions to make sure that you can load a cooler and not just catch one fish. You know, so we're going to get all those taken care of, the giveaways and things like that as we get through the season. So bear with us. We're going to make good on them, not cancel them like a lot of people are doing because of the coronavirus. No, it's no good because we had Corona. I can't make good on it. I don't know what that's all about, but we make good on our word. So we're going to make good on that, and Gary will be up and guiding next week. Gary, how can they reach you? Give them a phone number.
410-463-0172, or they can message me right from Blackwater's Edge.
Or they can friend request you on Facebook if they
That's
like
true.
it. And if
Yeah,
you
that's
approve them and if they look worthy, you'll approve them. You're like me, right?
If you're looking for Gary on Facebook, just look for the picture of his hands.
That's right. Modeling hands.
That's right.
Well, with all that out of the way, it's time. It's now. The Sunday Fun Day giveaway. Really, it's the Thursday giveaway, but it's not going to change the name.
It's really the Sunday giveaway on Thursday.
Right,
That's right.
Yeah, we'll do it like that. So here's the deal. We're going to give away one half a bushel to each of these people. Lois Shawver, you get a half a bushel.
Kapow!
Jason Swirly Whirly, you get a half a bushel.
Kapow!
Life can't get much better than that. No, it can, because I'm going to sing. Purple rain. Oh, no, not that song. My crabs, they have 3 first names. It's heavy, full, and fat. My crabs, they have a 4th name. You know what it is. Absolutely mustard packed. So, what did you just turn everything down for? So I don't blow your ears out?
You should be turned down.
So if you
Man.
ask me where they're from, they're 100% guaranteed Maryland #1s. We'll have some 2s and we'll have some 6s this weekend too. At the crab stand, here's a fact I know for sure you're coming back. Kapow! Kapow! And one more. Kapow!